Good morning, Year 2s. Today is Thursday, the 25th of February. Welcome back. I'm going to be taking you through your maths learning this morning, and we're going to be carrying on with our work on 2D shape. So I'm going to share my screen with you so we can get started. Okay, so let's have a look at our learning intention for today. It says, I can solve problems involving 2D shapes and their properties. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. It's called What Am I? So I'm going to give you some clues about a shape, and I want you to call out to the screen what shape you think it is. So let's see which one we're going to start with. Okay, so I'm going to give you some clues, and you have to think about using your understanding of the sides and vertices of a shape. You could have your shape mat in front of you to help you. So if you want to pop me on pause and go and get your shape mat, then that's going to be very helpful. And then I'm going to click on each clue. And then when we get to the end, I'm going to ask you, what am I? I want you to shout it out to the screen, and then we'll reveal the answer. Okay, so clue number 1. I have no vertices. I have one side. I go round and round, no end to be found. What am I? Well done. If you said a circle, fantastic. Good job. Okay. Clue number 1. What am I? I have 4 straight sides. I have 4 vertices. All my sides are the same length. What am I? Call it out to the screen. Well done. If you said a square, fantastic. Let's go. Clue number 1. I have 5 vertices. I have 5 straight sides. All my sides are the same length. What am I? Call it out to the screen. Well done if you said pentagon, fantastic. Okay, clue number 1. I have 4 vertices. I have 4 sides. I have 2 long and 2 short sides. What am I? Call it out to the screen. Well done if you said rectangle. Brilliant job. Oh, just 2 clues for this one. I have 3 vertices. I have 3 sides. What am I? What shape has 3 vertices and 3 sides? Well done, it's a triangle. I have 6 vertices. I have 6 sides. What am I? What shape has 6 vertices and 6 sides? Call it out to the screen. Well done if you said hexagon. Brilliant job. What am I? I have 8 vertices. I have 8 sides. Oh, what shape has 8 vertices and 8 sides? Call it out to the screen. You're right, it's an octagon. Fantastic. Remember, we were saying to remember the word octagon, maybe think of octopus, which has 8 legs. Well done. Well done, fantastic job. Okay, let's go back to our main screen. Okay, so today we're going to be thinking about using our knowledge of shape to solve problems and to create patterns. So let's go back to our main screen. and see what we're going to do next. Let's just move myself out of the way. Okay, so there are some problems for you to solve, which we have sent home to you with the planning. And I'd like you to have a go at this one to start with. So I'm going to read it out to you, and then I'm going to ask you to put me on pause and go away and have a little go at solving it, and then come back to me and we will do it together. So it says, if I put these shapes in order from the smallest number of sides to the largest, which shape would come third? Where would a hexagon come in the list and why? Okay, so I'd like you to pop me on pause and have a go at solving that problem, and I will see you soon. Okay, take care. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at this problem. So let's unpick it together. So it says, if I put these shapes into order from the smallest number of sides to the largest, which shape would come third? So there's a couple of things we need to think about first before we can solve this problem. One of the things we need to know is what this means, third. What does it mean by coming third? So when you come third in a race, it means there's one person in front of you, a second person in front of you, and you are the third person. So in this context, it would be the third shape, the shape that comes after number 2. So 1, 2, 3, first, second, third. Okay, so we need to think about which shape would come third. But first, we've got to put them in order from the smallest number of sides to the largest number of sides. So let's count our sides and write it down. So let's count the sides on our shape here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to write 4 in the middle. 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 1, 2, 3 sides. Okay, so we've got our number of sides here. Now we've got to put them in order, and it says to put them in order from the smallest number of sides to the largest number of sides. Okay, so which one has the smallest number of sides? Call out to the screen. You're right, it's the triangle. So I'm going to move my triangle here. Which one has the next biggest number of sides? Well done. We've got our parallelogram. Fantastic. With our 4 sides. Which one has the next biggest number of sides? Well done. We've got our irregular pentagon, haven't we? Fantastic. And then the biggest number of sides from these 4 shapes is our octagon. So I've put them in order from the smallest number of sides to the biggest number of sides. Let's have a look at the next question. What shape would come third? So remember, when we're talking about that word, that ordinal number third, it means the shape that is third in the line. So we've got first, second, third. So the shape that comes third would be our irregular pentagon. Well done if you managed to solve that. Now the next part of the question, it says, where would a hexagon come in the list? So we need to think about how many sides a hexagon has. So here's my hexagon. Let's count the number of sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so where would 6 come? We've got 3, 4, 5, 8. Call out to the screen. Which shape is it going to go in between? Well done if you said it's going to go in between our irregular pentagon and our octagon. It is, because 6 comes in between 5 and 8. So here we go. So I'm starting to create a pattern here. The next challenge is to try and make this what we call a repeating pattern. So pop me on pause and now see if you can repeat this pattern. What would come after our octagon if we are repeating the pattern again? Pop me on pause and have a go and come back to me. Welcome back. Okay, so let's try and repeat the pattern. So our pattern, I'm just going to draw around our pattern so you know what it is. This is our pattern. So our pattern is green triangle, orange parallelogram, yellow pentagon, purple hexagon, blue octagon. And I want to repeat that pattern. So what comes after the octagon? Well, let's have a look at the start of the pattern. It is a triangle. So I need my green triangle. Then the pattern repeats. We need our orange parallelogram. We then need our yellow irregular pentagon. We then need our purple hexagon. And last but not least, we need our blue octagon. So the pattern has repeated. Triangle, parallelogram, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, triangle, parallelogram, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. Fantastic. So then what would come next? If I'm repeating the pattern again, well done, it would be another triangle, wouldn't it? And then it would be our parallelogram and so on. So the pattern would repeat. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to be practicing making repeating patterns, and we've sent this challenge out to you as well. So in a minute, I want you to pop me on pause and have a go at solving this repeating pattern problem. It says, continue this pattern. Can you circle the set of shapes that repeat? What is the next shape in the pattern? And what is the 9th shape in the pattern going to be? So the shape that comes 9th in the line. Okay, so pop me on pause and have a go at solving this problem, and then come back to me and we'll go through it together. Welcome back. Okay, well, let's unpick this problem together. The first thing we've been asked to do is to circle the set of shapes that repeat. So we've got a green pentagon, an orange rectangle, a blue circle, a green pentagon, an orange rectangle, a blue circle. So our repeat of our pattern is this. So we've got 3 shapes in our pattern, which then repeat. So that is our repeating pattern. So what is the next shape in the pattern then? If I'm going to carry on my pattern, what would come here? Call out to the screen. Well done if you said it would be the green pentagon. You're absolutely right. So now the last part was to find out what the 9th shape in the pattern is going to be. So I'm just going to move this out the way. And we're going to have a look at finding the 9th shape. Okay, so I've repeated the pattern below. So let's draw around the repeat. So we've got pentagon, rectangle, circle, pentagon, rectangle, circle, pentagon, rectangle, circle. So I've repeated my pattern. And I've made sure I've tried to replicate the colours, because when you're doing a repeating pattern, the colour is actually really important, because I couldn't put a green pentagon here and then a red pentagon here, because I've got to look at the shape and the colour. So that is part of the repeating pattern. So now we've got to count which shape comes 9th in the pattern. So we've got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So our 9th shape is our circle. Now, we worked that out by actually drawing the repeating pattern, but you could have worked it out by understanding your 3 times table, counting in threes, because the 9th shape, that appears in our 3 times table, isn't it? So we've got 3, 6, 9. So if we count the 3rd shape in every repeat, we've got 3, 6, 9. So we would land on the circle. Well done for solving that problem. Now, there's another problem that has been sent to you that I'd like you to have a go at. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to ask you to put me on pause again, and then come back to me once you've had an opportunity to solve it. So it says, Dora says that the 12th shape in this pattern will be a triangle. Is she correct? How do you know? So pop me on pause and then come back to me when you've had an opportunity to have a go at it. Welcome back. Okay, let's have a look at this problem together. Dora says that the 12th shape in this pattern will be a triangle. Is she correct? How do you know? Well, let's have a look at our repeat of our pattern. So we've got 3 shapes which repeat. So what would come next here? Yes, it would be our orange rectangle. And what would come after the orange rectangle? Yes, the green triangle. Well done. So we've got to work out the 12th shape in the pattern. So let's have a look at the pattern below. So I've repeated the pattern using the shapes above. So I've got my 1 repeat, another repeat, another repeat, and another repeat. Now we've got to find the 12th shape, so the shape that is 12th in the line. So let's count them. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So the 12th shape is the green triangle. Dora says the 12th shape in this pattern is the triangle. Is she correct? Yes, she is. So we've solved that problem by actually drawing the repeated pattern out. But again, you could use your understanding of counting in threes, because 12 appears in the 3 times table. So we know that the triangle is the 3rd shape. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's another way of solving that problem. Well done. Okay, so now it's time for you to get creative. We would like you to create your own 2D shape repeating pattern. Once you've made it, we would like you to describe it to someone in your house and see if they can carry on the pattern. Now, we've sent you a sheet of shapes which you could use by cutting out and sticking to create a repeated pattern, or you can simply draw and colour your own shapes to make your repeating pattern. Remember, colour is really important in your repeating pattern. Once you've done that, there is an extra challenge for you to solve that we have sent to you. So enjoy getting creative and making your repeating patterns, and we look forward to seeing those. So send them to us on the Year 2 email. After you've finished your repeating pattern activity, I've also sent you a link to a game that you can play online, and I'm going to share my screen with you now so I can show you how to play it. It's very simple. So it's a Top Marks game, which is a fantastic website for maths games, and I'm just going to click on play the game, and I'm going to choose a level. So level 1 being the easiest, then up to level 2, level 3. So let's click on level 1. It will give you a pattern that you have to repeat. So look at the pattern. What would come next? Call out to the screen. Click on the shape you think. You're right, it is the triangle. What will come next? Well done. It's a square. Fantastic. So you can see it just goes through lots of repeating patterns on level 1, simple repeating pattern. Level 2, more complicated patterns. So what would come next? We've got 2 ovals, 2 rectangles, 2 ovals. What would come next? You're right, it is a rectangle. And let's look at level 3. Level 3. Oh, so you've got to fill in the missing pattern at this end. So let's go from the far end. We've got a pentagon, hexagon, hexagon, green pentagon, purple pentagon, hexagon, hexagon. What is going to come next? Well done if you said the green pentagon. Fantastic. So lots of different levels that you can choose from to practice your repeating pattern. So have fun with that, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.